This video we're going to learn how to do MIDI, program some drums. Look at this, I'm already running out of juice. Okay, so what you want to do is you see this little icon here, double click that, and it's going to take you into this screen where you have styles. I mean, just a shitload of styles here, anywhere from riding, open hi-hat, closed hi-hat, and you can select one. Here are intros. You want to throw a quick intro into your song. Here are all the different ones just for this particular group. And they just loop. Select another one. Okay. So as you go down the line, it's going to get a little bit more complicated. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take this and drag it into here. Now for space purposes, I usually close this unless I'm mixing or whatever, but we're going to need a little bit more room here. If you hit the control to the right, you'll see how it expands. If you hit it up, it'll shorten the tracks. If you hit control arrow down, it'll lengthen them. Control to the left, it'll shorten them. Now here, if you want to do standard 4/4, we're just going to you have to come up here and right click on this and put it on whole. So when you drag it over, it's going to snap to 1, 2, 3, or 4. Do like basic 4/4 measures. So pick whichever one you want. Play around with any, you know, there's so many to choose from. So I mean, it's all your preference. And grab this and just, you see how it's going from 2 to 3. Just pop it in where you want. We're going to start the song off here. So I pop it right in there. So that's our intro. And let's go, we'll do a close hi-hat. Here you select your grooves, hit play, just to sample them. And try open. Crazy about that one. Let's do let's try something else here. Let's do open hi-hat now and a shuffle. Let's get simple here. Okay, simple ECDC beat. So I'm gonna grab that, pop it right here, right next to it, release, and there you have 3 measures out of 4. You have the starting, and then you have this. Now what I'm gonna do is from here, here's all your fills. You got your styles here, grooves here, and fills here. So select whichever one, come over here, hit play. Sounds good to me for right now. So you take that, hold the left, pop it up here. Most likely it's going to only be 4/4. There we go. So there you go. That's basically how you do it. Not very complicated. We'll get into more of this, the mixer, when you start mixing your drums. And here's just a little visual of your drums. And there's your grooves. Okay, so I can show you 2 different ways to edit this MIDI data. You select this up here, and what you can do is, let's say you like this beat, and you have an intro, you have a main beat, and you have a little fill. So hold control down. Now remember, if you hit control and the arrows, it'll make it smaller. It just depends on how, you know, what size of screen you want to work with your project here. So hold control, grab this, and it's going to snap automatically. Should. No, it didn't. Okay. Now if you look up here, sometimes you have to make sure this is checked on whole. It's software. It happens. Grab this, hold control, and it should snap right to, there we go. So after the fill, it should go right back into the beat. There you go. And if you want to, let's say, duplicate, hit control to the left. Throw this over here. Now again, I'm not sure why this is doing this, but it's going back to 1/4 again, and it's starting to really piss me off. Ask computers for it. What are you gonna do? So I just take this and take that, hold control, and pop it over. So you can do this as many times as you want. Or let's say here you want to insert another drum roll. So just come over here, double click, and pick whatever one you want. And just pop it in. There, we can roll this one. Simple. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the piano roll view real quick. That's another way you can edit this. Now, some of these beats, you're going to be like, well, you know, I wish I could just change this little thing. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so just click on the track, go to Views, Piano Roll View. Or you can hit Alt 3. I'm used to doing that, so whatever you want to do. So let's say you don't like that symbol right there. Hit the select up here, and what you can do is drag it. There's all different kinds of drums. Now, I'm sure there's probably a way you can list the, but I've always been used to the piano roll. So you got a crash there, and there's another one. So, I mean, I prefer that symbol. So that's one way you can do it. Control Z will take it back. Let's say these are too loud, these three. You want them a little bit lower. Hit deselect, and all you're going to do is select them and hit this little wrench here and wait till you get a little pop-up there, and you can move it up and down. And higher the velocity or lower it. Now it's a lot lower. You can have it there just in case, you know, some kind of cue for when you, if you're playing with somebody. Control Z will take it back. Okay, and also, if you want to, let's say this cymbal is too loud. Hit the select up there. Right-click on it. Here's your velocity. It's at 121. Let's make it down to 80. It'll make the bass drum a little bit heavier sounding. So it's not as loud. Sometimes when you're recording, some of these cymbals, I usually keep them around 90 or 100, because sometimes it just gets a little too tinny and irritating when you're recording and mixing. Also, when you want to, you can also copy and paste in here. Just drag. You'll see how everything is highlighted. I'm a Control C guy. Hit Control C. Now, when you paste, hit Control Alt V. It'll bring up this little pop-up box. Now, you have a few options. Let's say we want to insert it right here, but we do not like how this sounds. We want to change this up and repeat it. All you're going to do is make sure that this replace old with new, paste into one track, and we're just going to do it one time, and boom, it changes it. Now, if you want to, let's say, insert it, hit Control Alt V, hit slide over to make room, and it's going to do just that. It's going to slide your whole project over and insert it right there. So just a few ways you can copy and edit in the piano roll view. And you have your erase tool selected up here. You can just drag it, and it will erase, well, it's supposed to, erase all your notes that you needed. And pop them back in, Control Z. Here, if you need to add, let's say you want to hit two cymbals, we'll add one up here, and we have one there. You can just mix it up that way too. So a lot of ways, once you get the basics, you can just go in here and edit all you want. So that's it. I'm going to get into more detail on the next one. Later.